Arachin Daf Lamed Gimel, as we learned the other day, if we don't have all 10 Shvatim in Eretz Yisrael in their properties that were given to them by Chalukas Haaretz, we don't have the halachas of Yovel. And the question is, we know that 2.5 Shvatim left Eretz Yisrael in the time of Sancheriv. Then how come it is that many years later by Yirmiyahu, we did have Hilchas Yovel? And the answer is because Yirmiyahu went out of Eretz Yisrael and he retrieved at least a representation of the other Shvatim and brought them back into Eretz Yisrael and reinstated the Hilchas Yovel. As we see that Yecheskel said in a Nevuot 11 years before the Churban Habayis, which is many years after the whole story with Sancheriv, he said, there'll come a day where we'll abolish the halachas of Yovel, meaning that right now there were Hilchas Yovel. Up until now we learned about Bati Arachayma, houses in a walled city. Says the Mishnah, there's another concept called Bati Chatzerim. That is, anything that's not a house in a walled city is Bati Chatzerim. Even if a house is in a walled city, it's possible that's called a Bati Chatzerim if you don't have enough houses in that walled city. What are the halachas of Bati Chatzerim? They share some of the halachas of Bati Arachayma and some of the halachas of Zdei Achuzah. It's like a Bati Arachayma that you can redeem them immediately. You can redeem a Bati Chatzerim right away. You don't have to wait a 2-year cool-off period. On the other hand, it's like Zdei Achuzah that on the Yovel it goes back to the original owner, and there's a concept of Geiroin. Every year you redeem it for less money than the year before, all prorated. If somebody is Magdish his Bati Chatzerim, he gives it to the Beis HaMikdash. So halachically, really, it should go back to the owner, just like if he sells it. Yet, there's a special Gzeira, and we say, no, he must redeem it, so that people don't come to confuse and say that, look, Hegdish just left the Beis HaMikdash without anybody redeeming it. And there's a Kavachomer. You see, Levim have special privileges when it comes to redemption. They have more privileges than Yisrael. You see that a Levi can redeem his field, his Zdei Achuzah, before 2 years, where Yisrael has to wait 2 years. Badi Arachayma, a Levi can redeem forever. He's not limited to 1 year. Yet, when it comes to Hegdish, a Levi must redeem. So certainly, a Yisrael must redeem from Hegdish. What if somebody who's Magdish his Badi Chatzerim comes a stranger and he redeems it? And then Yovel falls out on the 2nd year. So on the one hand, you could compare his house to Arichayma and it should go to the buyer. On the other hand, you can compare this Zdei Achuzah and it should go to Kohanim. The pasuk says, Uvayovel Yetze, that it goes to the Moicher. But Rabbi Yosha is Mechulek. He says, no, it doesn't go anywhere. It says, V'kamlai, that the person that redeems it gets it forever, it stays by him. Says the Mishnah that Bati Chatzerim are even within a walled city if there's only 2 houses to 2 courtyards. And that is because the word karfaf means a courtyard without a house. So when the Torah says a courtyard and not a karfaf, obviously the Torah is talking about a courtyard with a house. And the Torah says batei, plural, so we know that it's 2 courtyards with 2 houses. Says the Mishnah, a Levi that inherited his grandfather, who happened to be Yisrael's property, we treat him like a Yisrael where he could only redeem it for 12 months. He has a 12-month limitation. But a Yisrael who inherited his grandfather's property, which is Ari Levim, according to Chachamim, he redeems it like a Levi forever, and according to Rebbe, he's like a Yisrael. Because Rebbe Darshan's Min HaLevim, in order, it comes to exclude a Levi who's a Nasin and a Mamzer, or a Yisrael that doesn't have the ability to redeem it like a Levi, but he does include a Levi that bought it from another Levi. There's a concept called a migrash. Outside of the walled city, they left 1,000 amma of land that you didn't plant anything in. And that was to beautify the city. After the 1,000 amma, they purposely would plant a sada. So you have a migrash and a sada. Says the Mishnah, you cannot switch the migrash for a sada or a sada for a migrash. That's in the Ar HaLevim, in the cities that the Levim had. Why? Because it says in the Torah, lo yimacher. And we know that you could sell. So the lo yimacher comes to tell us, do not change. Lo yishana. When it comes to the Yisraelim's city, you're not allowed to switch as well. And that is because you're not only be machriv the beauty of Eretz Yisrael, and the migrash is to beautify Eretz Yisrael, and by planting there, you're undoing that. And you're not going to be machriv the yishuv of Eretz Yisrael, and by taking away the plants of Eretz Yisrael, you're being machriv the yishuv. Rabbi Elazar says you're allowed to switch it out. Have a wonderful day.